All right, once again, time for our NFL predictions now for week number 2. After week number 1, I usually put the totals up here. I didn't do that. Brady won the first week. I'll just flip back. Brady won the first week with 13 points. Ethan and I both had 12 points, and Lincoln had 1. Now, just to review, I'm Justin. Ethan is my soon-to-be 18-year-old son. Brady's my 15-year-old son, and Lincoln is my 6-year-old son. So he's kind of bummed he only got 6 right, but he were some upsets that didn't happen. So we'll see what happens with week number 2. Starting out with the Thursday night game, you have the 1-0 Washington Commanders, who won last week, taking on the Green Bay Packers. And I'll say this, I watched a little bit of the Cowboys game on Thursday night. I watched some of the Chargers-Chiefs game, but the only game I watched completely was the late Sunday afternoon game of the Lions at Green Bay. Green Bay looks great. Micah Parsons makes them even better. And as a Cowboys fan, it's just hard to see Micah Parsons in green and yellow. But I went ahead. I went with Green Bay winning again. Ethan's got Green Bay as well. Lincoln and Brady both took the Commanders. So we kind of split this one. Definitely think Green Bay's a better team. I'd rather Washington win, though, even though they are a Cowboys rival. Moving on to Sunday's games, I went with the Jaguars. They won last week. Ethan, Lincoln, and Brady all took the Bengals. Of course, they beat the Browns last week, so both of these teams got to win. But I went with Jacksonville. I think, if I'm going to pick an upset, I think I can handle this. We all got the Cowboys winning. I tell you right now, if the Cowboys lose this to the Giants, who I believe could be the worst team in football, it's going to be a very long season. It's going to be a long season anyway, but it's not going to be good if Dallas loses this. We all have Dallas winning. We also all have Detroit winning, bouncing back. They did not look good against Green Bay, but Green Bay is really good. I think Detroit has went down some. Chicago, they have improved some, I think, but not enough. Detroit wins this, I think. We all have Detroit. We also, believe it or not, all went with the Rams winning. Tennessee, they're not that great. Rams aren't that great either. Both of these teams kind of in the middle of the pack. I believe Rams could be a little bit better, but we all took Los Angeles Rams beating Tennessee. But anything could happen there. I went with the Patriots. Miami got destroyed. A lot of the games last week were pretty even. Some of them were high scoring, but they still were close. The only real big blowout that I think was Miami losing to the Colts, and I didn't think the Colts were really that great. So I went ahead and went with New England. Everybody else takes Miami at home. This is a hard one here. I went with New Orleans. This is probably the worst pick I've made all week or all season in both weeks. Ethan, Lincoln, and Brady all have San Francisco. They got some injuries though. I know Kittle's out. I've heard rumors that Purdy could be out. I went with New Orleans pulling an upset here. I don't think it's going to happen, but I went with it anyway. We all got Buffalo. Boy, they look good. Of course, they played a really good Baltimore team. It went back and forth on Monday night, or that was on Sunday night. We all took Buffalo beating the Jets, who I don't think are that good. Pittsburgh beat the Jets last week. We all took Pittsburgh to beat Seattle. Darnold looked like the old Darnold. He didn't look good last week against San Francisco, but really anybody could win that game. I don't think it's going to be hard. We'll see what happens because the Jets are bad. And they were competitive with Pittsburgh, so I don't know. It's hard to tell if these teams are going to be good or not. Lincoln went with Cleveland beating Baltimore. Everybody else took Baltimore at home. I don't know. I don't see Cleveland winning this whatsoever. Lincoln, though, my 6-year-old, he went with the Browns. And then we move on to later games. Denver and Indy, that was split. Brady and myself took the Colts. Now, they won big last week. Denver, I heard, is better than Indy. We'll see. Ethan and Lincoln got Denver on this. We all took Arizona, winning that. Of course, Marvin Harrison Jr. had a good week last week. Carolina's not that good. Arizona's at home. We all got Arizona. Ethan, Brady, and myself all have Philly winning. Lincoln went with the Chiefs. Now, the Chiefs lost last week, so they're going to want to win. They're back at home. They're at home now. Chiefs could win this. Philly wasn't outstanding. I mean, they didn't look as good as they were last year. But I went ahead and went with Philly anyway. Then we have the Sunday night game. Brady took Atlanta. They were competitive with the Bucs, but Ethan and Lincoln and I all have Minnesota. They did win. They come back. McCarthy looked great. I got Minnesota. Then looks like there's 2 Monday night games now. You got Tampa Bay Baker Mayfield and company versus the Texans in Houston. Lincoln went ahead, went with the Texans. Everybody else has Tampa Bay winning that. I think they will. And then the Chargers, they beat the Chiefs. We all got them headed to Vegas and beat the Raiders. Now, the Raiders did get a win. I can't remember who they beat. They did get a win, but the Chargers are better. Week number 2, we'll see what happens this weekend. And, of course, starting tonight with the Thursday night game. I don't have any cable. We've been having YouTube TV for the last few years because I can't been able to watch much. We do have Peacock, so we can watch the Sunday night game, and we were able to watch the Thursday night game last week. I don't know if that's available tonight, but and then of course no more free YouTube games like we had. We'll see. Maybe we'll add some kind of TV service back. Week number 2 of the NFL.